Happy Tuesday. It's Terrific Tuesday. I'm back with Marriage Our Way. Make sure that you go like and subscribe and hit the bell for me. I appreciate everybody that's been rocking with me so far. You guys don't know how much you bless me when you tell me, you give me the feedback to my messages. It is reaching people, it is blessing marriages, and that's what I'm here for. I'm praying that it gets bigger and that the platform gets much bigger where I can help more people in their marriages. You know what I'm saying? I love this. I'm passionate about it. I thank you guys so very much. So, I wanted to come to you guys. It's not going to be long today. Wanted to talk to you guys about um, when marriage gets hard. When marriage gets hard. Because it will. When marriage is hard, how do you react as a person? How do you react as a woman? How does your husband react? There are going to be things that gets a little hard that you have to deal with in a marriage. How do we work on it? You know, how do we react even when it does get hard? Do we react in anger? Do we react with disrespect? Or do we talk like civil people? Which one are you? Hopefully, we're talking like we're civil people. Hopefully, we're not reacting with disrespect. And hopefully, we're not reacting in anger. 9 times out of 10, we're reacting out of anger. And let's talk about it. You know, marriage is definitely going to get hard. You're going to have those stages that you just got to go through. We don't know why it happens. We don't know what, sometimes we're sitting here like, what in the world just happened? What did I do? How could this happen? What happened? We don't know what happened. We don't know why it happened. We just know that it happened. And when it does, we have to be ready for whatever because we're not going to let all the greatness or the vows that we set before God take us away from what we know. We have to learn how to deal. So the word that I got when it says when marriage gets hard, look at yourself first. Even if you think the other person is 85% of the problem, you must take responsibility of your 15% before you do anything. You got to take responsibility. Look at Hello Kitty done fell backwards. I'm hitting her. Honey, she done fell out back here. You know she got to be up. You listening? Y'all know I'm silly. Girl, sit up. I'm knocking that stuff over back there. But you got to take responsibility for your 15% because it's always easier to say that you're the problem, you know, or because I'm going through something today, I don't make you the problem because you in my face at this point when I'm going through it. You're coming to me asking me what's wrong. Ain't nothing wrong with me. Why you messing with me? You know, the problem was probably you the whole time. And when I say the problem, we don't know what the problem is. Sometimes we just have days where we just don't click and we're not gelling and we're not in sync with our mates, right? Days are just off. We don't know what's going on. We don't know what's happening. And so we then let it spill over and pour into our marriage, whatever it is, whether it's work, whether it's your children, whether it's this person over here, whether it's your family member, whatever. You don't let it pour over into your marriage because you done got upset and your wife or your husband might have just came and asked you, well, what's going on with you? Well, why something got to be wrong with me? And you just done lost yourself. Remember And I always say write things down. If you can't come to the person like you have sense, learn how to write some things down before you just haul off and lose it on a person. If you don't know how to communicate properly, it's okay to put it down on pen and paper, read it over and over again before you come to this person and be like, let me tell you what I've been going through. And I apologize. First off, I apologize to you that I let this come over into our marriage. I'm dealing with this. You would be surprised at how your mate might just react and how much his hug or his hand or him taking you over to the right or him just, hey, let's go and do this, will help you through whatever type of mental state you're going through right here at this point. Sometimes it gets hard. And I always go back to, you know, social media when people are looking at your marriage and they're looking at how good you guys have it and looking at, oh my God, I just want that. Oh my God, you guys are goals. You guys are 28 years. You've been able to do it. I just want that so bad. But it's them in between things that you want to question a person about. Will you be able to deal with the in between? Because some days, you know, when things get hard, we're not aligned with our pact in our marriage. We're not focused on the greatness that we have in our marriage. Sometimes you just walk outside of your door and stuff attaches itself to you, unbeknownst to you. It just attaches itself to you, and you don't know what just happened. I came in and I don't completely blew up on my husband, or my husband completely blew up on me. What just happened? I don't know where that came from. Sometimes the outside attaches itself to you and you walk clean into your house with what's going on with you on the outside. And you don't even know that it's happening. This is why I say, and what me and my husband do every day is pray in the morning. We pray for our day because it's stuff out here, y'all. It's stuff out here that will attach itself to you and get in your head and your spirit, or I don't know how it does, but it does. And it attaches itself to you some type of way, and you don't brought it over into your home. We don't know how it happened, but this is why it's so important for me and mine to pray over our day, because we do understand that it's mental challenges that you go through dealing with your day, dealing with your life, dealing with everything, trying to be everything to everybody. It then boils over and sometimes it comes out on each other. And that's why I advise everyone, because even with prayer and praying, sometimes even with that, not to say it doesn't work, but even after you have prayed a good prayer, and you just talk to God and you don't ask God for all this stuff and prayed and whatever, and it still some type of way comes in and get on you. How is that? How did that happen? And I done prayed this whole prayer and I done did this whole thing. How does this even happen? When I've done the work, I've done what I was supposed to do. I've worked on that. So how is it that this is happening to me? We don't know. It just does. So we have to make sure that we are doing the work. We have to make sure we're warding off. Everybody's heard of praying a prayer of warding off evilness from you You have to. You have to. Because life and marriage, it gets hard. And we have to be able to deal, and we have to be able to react in the correct way, the appropriate way. We can't just be losing it on each other just for the simple fact that is not okay. It's not okay. It's never going to work. You have to learn how to remain calm and talk to each other about what you're going through, because there are going to come days when it gets hard, and we have to work on it when it does. When it does, you have to work on it, because otherwise it will fester, and you don't want that to happen. You do not want that to happen. So definitely pray over your marriage. Make sure that you are in alignment with each other, because baby, it's not easy. It's not easy. I love to hear people say, oh my God, you guys, when I see you guys, I can see genuine love. It is genuine love. Don't get it twisted. It is genuine love. We do genuinely love each other so. My friends, they do genuinely love each other so. But you have those moments where things just, you know, get a little off. And then you get back right back in line. Oh, things are fine now. It was just we were just off a little bit. We had a little blowout, but hey, that was then. That's that. That's over and done. But it happened, and we're good. That's gonna happen. But it's not the end of the world when it does. When it does happen, you can't blow up, turn it into a whole calling each other out of your names, and by this time, because a little small thing that done trickled into your life done turned into all the past stuff that you have gone through, and all that stuff is brought back up, and you're losing it. And now, how does the saying go? You don't talk bad against your mate, because that makes you hard against them. Have you ever heard that before? Don't talk hard or bad on your mate, because that makes you hard up against them. That makes you then hate them, because you're sitting up blaming them for everything. You have to pray a prayer of, Lord, help me. Help me to understand what he's going through, what he could be going through. Sometimes, with me, a lot of times I like to write things down. I like to see it in my face. Okay, he's a man's man, so he is there trying to make sure all of the bills are paid for. He's there trying to make sure everything is taken care of. He actually cooks, he actually cleans, and it's a lot on his shoulders. So, therefore, sometimes things are just not okay. A lot of times it's a lot of weight. And where it seems, because he has a lot of weight on him, instead of you as the wife saying, oh, okay, well, let me go and make sure that I step in some type of way so I can be of help when he's feeling this way. I can be some type of help to her when she's feeling this way. We're not doing that. We're just reacting with them. And that's not the call. That's not the play. If you see something off, you see somebody not being in alignment, then you have to have a conversation. You have to then go to them and be like, how can I help? How can I help ease you're in a panic mode, or you're in a stressful situation. How can I help? That will make a huge difference if you just ask, how is it that I can help you right now? Because I know that you seem very stressful. You seem like you got a lot on you. And I truly don't want you to have any type of aneurysm or any stroke or anything, because you're holding it back. What can I help you with? It will make a huge difference because things do get hard. It's hard to deal in this world and in this life. Marriage does get hard. And when it does, I want you to be able to react the correct way, properly, learn how to talk with each other instead of reacting to the reaction that was given to you. Oh, I'm going to match your energy because you gave me too much, so I'm going to give you extra. That's not that's not the play. That's not the move. You got to make the correct move. Just because that person made what you thought was the wrong move, that doesn't mean that you go and you react to his reaction or her reaction. The right move is, how can I fix it? Figure out, how can I help and how can I fix it? And that will bring you right back together, even more closer. And that's just another battle you have won, because there are going to be many more. It's going to be a lot of good days and there's going to be some bad days. But the good days definitely outweigh the bad. Can we agree with that? All right. So again, it's going to get hard, but we want to learn how to react the correct way. Let's work on reacting the correct way, and not with anger, not with disrespect. We want to react the correct way. All right. Love you guys. Make sure you guys call somebody today or text somebody today and tell them you were just thinking about them and you just need to know, are you okay? Because a lot of people are going through it this time of year. Me being one. I'm going through mentally replaying my mother's death every year this time. And I'm asking God to help me lift that, because she wouldn't want that. I don't want it. I don't want to be in that feeling. I want to be in the feeling of, God, thank you. Thank you for this day. I'm too blessed to be stressed or to be worried about any of the sadness. I cannot put myself into that. So again, that's why I say text somebody, call them, and tell them you're thinking about them, because it will make their day. This time of year, for whatever reason, a lot of deaths have happened around the holidays, and a lot of people are feeling like they don't like Christmas and they don't like to deal with this time of year. But if you just stop for a minute and say, hey, I was just thinking about you, it'll make their day. All right. Love you guys. I'll see you next Tuesday. Get your Christmas stuff ready. Get in the spirit, because Jesus is the reason for the season and we love it. All right. Bye.